And still on political crisis and reverse state and Godfatherism in Nigeria's politics, political affairs analyst Ajadi says the only possible solution to the face-off between politicians in Nigeria is the establishment of constitutional chain where every state has a subset constitution. Ajadi also added that the absolute control, the craft of the state in the country has been hijacked by individuals and it has caused systematic damage to the nation, leading to the reduction in participatory level of individuals in politics.
Ultimately, we have not been honest with ourselves. And that is that the craft of the state has been hijacked completely by individuals out of sheer power, sheer arrogance, and daring do. That's the truth. And because one has worked well or seems to work better than the others, does not mean that this is not a total and abject destructive process, this so-called Godfatherism. I think that and we have seen it also lead to what happened in the presidential elections, let's be honest, because it's the governors that made the presidential election exactly the way it is. I mean, we have a popular candidate that won on all levels that we're talking about legitimately. That's not what I'm disputing. But the internal politics of the APC, it's very clear
that's true.
Yeah. So let's be clear. Let me move to the positive, because I can go on about this. It's so corrosive and so damaging, ultimately. And it has nothing to do with the individuals, but a systemic damage is being done to this country. Because ultimately, the participatory level of people is going to continue to diminish as a result of these incredibly reckless fights between men. You have cut out 50% of the population, and the rest 50% is spending its time just doing a pissing contest. And the one that is the most ruthless wins. And the one that is most ruthless continues to win until they fight till the end. And then that one becomes more ruthless than the other one.
Exactly.
And there's so many parts of that we're not surfacing. I think what we need to do is get a constitutional change that means that every state should have a subset constitution. And in that constitution, the rights and responsibility and accountabilities need to be set up so that the House of Assembly can act independent, have resources independent of the governor, and be able to ensure that the governor is accountable to as best as is possible, that the judiciary is able to act independent of the governor, that the local government elections are held regularly and they are independent of the governor. Because what we have is governors that become incredibly out of control. And without naming names, there are governors that funded a lot of the conflicts in the Middle Belt from the resources of their state, even though they are far away from the Middle Belt. There are governors that have been funding conflicts in different parts of the country for their own political gain. This is not acceptable. We can't continue this way.